So you got a little crazy this spring and planted way too many tomato plants. And you're wondering, what do I do with all these tomatoes? I got them running out of my ears. Well, I've showed you a few episodes on what to do with all your extra tomatoes. And here's another one. Today, we're going to make Panzanella Salad, or Italian bread salad. Join me! Shall y'all? Now, today... It's also fig season here. We got a ton of figs. So if anybody has any fig recipes you want to see, let me know. Here's a good little mess of figs for breakfast. I'll make some fig preserves. There's about 1,000 of these things on the tree out there. So here's what we're working with. We're trying to use up all these vine ripe fresh tomatoes we got. We know they're going to be delicious because we grew them myself. You're also going to need a red onion. I like putting olives in there. We got some green and some calamatras. And usually people put a little bit of cucumber, which I don't have. And they usually put feta cheese or something like that, which I don't have either. I got the Mexican version, queso fresco. The queso fresco is very similar to a feta cheese. It's just a crumbly fresh cheese. It's pretty salty and tastes good. Now, a lot of people would put, in a traditional way, you would put either balsamic or red wine vinegar and some olive oil as your dressing. However, I got this really nice tomato dressing from a salad I ordered the other day, a couple days ago. And I'm going to use that in mine. So you can do the same. Or you can dress it with some balsamic and some olive oil. And shit, we ain't got no damn bread. Sometimes it's very thin here. I like good thin slices. Once you get halfway through, so that you don't end up cutting your fingers off, you flip your onion over to the other side. That way you're always slicing downhill instead of into your fingers. There you go. Got nice, even, thin slices for our bread salad. Now, of course, when using the homegrown tomatoes, you get some oddities. They don't look like the ones in the grocery store because you're picking them after they already ripen instead of way before they ripen. They all look perfectly uniform. So you just cut them little pieces off in there. They don't look so good. And keep the good stuff. Let's get started. For instance, this one's perfect. So we just got to chop it and go. Now when you're doing a bread salad, you want to have big chunks. I like larger chunks, not huge chunks, but a little bit larger chunks. Make sure you're using a good sharp knife so your knife goes right through. When you're buying a knife like this here that has holes in it, this allows the air gap so when you're slicing, this shit don't stick to your knife like a normal knife. And these are only about 20 bucks. There you go, some nice chunky pieces of tomato. Let's throw that in our bowl, and that's how we're gonna do the rest of it. And I get down to these end pieces here, and I cut them one more time, like so. There you go. So I just did a nice rough chop on them olives there, just so they ain't whole. But they ain't gotta be super fine chopped, nothing like that. So there's what our mixing bowl looking like so far. Got a beautiful farm garden tomatoes here, calamatras and green olives, and some red onion. Now with this queso fresco, you just kind of squeeze it in your hand and it just crumble, just like a feta would. Very similar style cheese from this side of the pond. Ooh, that's starting to come together and look beautiful. Mm-hmm. So back to the bread situation we got going on here. I had no bread, so we're gonna have to make some. So I always have some of these homestyle yeast loaves in the freezer there, just in case I don't have no bread. I need some bread. So I usually don't buy a lot of bread. I'm trying to eat too much bread. However, if you do this like normal and put it in the loaf pan, it's gonna blow up on you. I don't want that to happen. So what I'm gonna actually do, let it proof here. I'm gonna kind of puncture some holes in it, let it kind of settle back down. Put some olive oil and some salt on there, make it more like a ciabatta loaf so it'll be a little denser and hold our dressing and all. Okay, so here we go. We got our dough here. I'm gonna put a little sea salt on here. Like so. Gonna spray it good with olive oil. You can use regular olive oil. This is a spray extra virgin. What I do here is I kind of put a few air, kind of knock some of the air out of it, make it more like a ciabatta loaf. That way it's denser when it cooks. Doesn't fall apart in our salad. There we go. Let's throw that in the oven. 20 minutes, 350. And voila! To the magic of YouTube, we have rustic bread ready to go. It just came out of the oven, so it's pretty hot. Let it cool down for a second. We're going to chop it up into our mix. So when you're cutting your bread, switch over to a bread knife. Use something with a serrated edge so you don't rip it all up. Do chunks about that size right there. So what we're doing here is we're making our chunks up. We're actually going to throw these back in the oven for a second and let them toast a little so they won't be so mushy. Kind of turn them into a day-old bread, see? Right back on the pan they came out of. Toast them like a crouton for a minute. So we toss them with the tomatoes, they don't soak up and get all soggy from the juice there. Like, so we just fresh ground some pepper in there. Add a little sea salt. Tomatoes. Try one of them tomatoes. They are delicious. Ain't nothing like a homegrown tomato. Alright, we got a bread in the oven. Retoast them for about 5 minutes. We're going to pull it out. Finish this recipe. So bring out your wooden spoon. You know, the one you beat your children with. Give this a good stir. So it's time to put our dressing in. If you want to make this dressing at home, this is super simple. You use a little tomato paste, cut it with some distilled or some red wine vinegar, some dry Italian seasoning, a little bit of olive oil. Super easy to make tomato vinaigrette. I'll try to show y'all sometime how to make it live on a video. Let's go ahead and mix that in there. Like I said, if you want to do this at home, you don't want to use this, you can use some red wine vinegar and some balsamic. And throw a little olive oil in there and do the same thing. But I had this available. And it's going to make a damn good panzanella right here. Let's give that a shake. So our bread is ready. Let's drop our bread in here for our bread salad. Give this a good toss. Ooh, yeah, it's going to be delicious. Yeah, it's looking delicious, delicious. All right, let's plate it up. And there you go, folks. Look at that. That's absolutely beautiful. That's an easy recipe to make for your friends and family when they come over. You can impress them, and it's pretty simple. Well, that leaves just one thing. The moment of truth. Oh, come back here, little onion. Ow! Damn it. Lost the onion. Well, we'll try this piece without the onion. So damn good. Guaranteed to not put too many pounds on you, as long as you don't eat too much. Yeah. I can't stop eating it. Okay, I take that last statement back. This shit is damn dangerous. I can't stop eating it. Don't make this shit if you're on a damn diet. Well, I want to thank you for joining me today. Hopefully this gives you a good way to use some of them tomatoes you got laying around. Very tasty recipe, easy to make, and impress your friends. Thank you for joining me. As always, have a good day.